happening, fellow fantasy GMs? I am DJ Wang. He is the bearded one, DJ Dub. And with our powers combined, we are the Fantasy Couriers.
And we are officially rebels. I didn't mention this to you before the podcast, but last week, Spotify blocked us. We were blocked for a couple days for copyright infringement.
What do we do?
The Surefire Waste of a Touchdown, the song I got from a free license site. They said it was copyrighted. I sent them, and so we were like criminals for a couple days, and then I emailed them, and we got it back on. But it was like, man, some of this, what this is the downfall of the AI revolution is they just are constantly flagging to make sure, because there's people that are like straight up stealing stuff, and if you get like one clip of something, or like when I download the songs that are free from this site, you have to like download a certificate, and I have it all. But it was just frustrating. More frustrating because it wasn't a person going, "Hey, look, I hear my stuff." It was like the algorithm gods. So I probably just made them mad right now. So we'll probably get banned again this week. So everybody listen quick, because we're going to be out of here pretty soon.
They're going to be out to get us, man.
They're out to get us. We were in Spotify jail for a couple of days, and now we are free. So if you want to join some rebels, go to Fast Draft, use the code Couriers, download the app. You get to pick some players, put multipliers on there. I got to jump that in. This week was just too crazy to get in there, but jump on there, get some multipliers in there. It's a fun little game. Get it at the base level. They'll match you. I believe it's up to $100. It fluctuates, but if you use the code Couriers, they'll give you a good match, and it'll hook us up to help out with the growth of our podcast as we are going on. So enough about the information. How'd your weeks go, bro?
It went all right. I did want to tell you that my friend's team ended up coming back and winning last week. He's on a 6-game winning. Started 0-4 on a 6-game winning streak. But I got totally obliterated today. There's no chance of coming back today. But, I mean, I've made a miraculous comeback, 6 wins in a row. I'm back in the playoff hunt. Who knew that Devon Achane was just a bad team player? I mean, I get rid of him, and my team all of a sudden is fantastic.
How's it you? I thought it was your friend.
Well, my friend.
Hey, I got a quick question for one of my friends. My friend has a team that's really good. His quarterbacks are kind of iffy for dynasty futures. He's been offered Daniel Jones. What do you think the future of Daniel Jones is?
Like crap. I don't like Daniel Jones.
So. Oh, you don't like Daniel Jones?
No.
Intriguing, even in the Indianapolis area.
No,
well, that answers my question. My friend has talked to multiple people and getting mixed reactions. It's a matter of, does he want to ever draft again?
I mean, Daniel Jones is. Daniel Jones is fine. I don't trust Daniel Jones. So.
Do you trust him more than Tua?
Oh God.
See, that's my friend's problem.
I think I do like Daniel Jones more than I like Tua, but that doesn't mean I just don't like Tua.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't know.
This was a team that started today with Lamar and Tua as the starting quarterbacks. The team still.
That's a bad day.
That's how good. Like I'm barring. I mean, we are recording before a huge game, like the Eagles and the Lions. Like, so everybody, if you want to hear Eagles Lions add on, check me out Tuesday night on Fantasy Turf War. We'll get into more of that and going into the next week, because we record prior to the Monday night games. But that should be a pretty good game, because there's tons of studs on that team. But yeah, so going into this week, we're so unorganized. We didn't really go into who you were going to throw out. So I'm going to ask Shador. You going to talk about him?
No.
Shador Sanders will be intriguing to see what happens. Dylan Gabriel popped out with a concussion. Shador came in and looked like what most Shador haters think. 4-16 for 47. Noticing what watching the game there, I was like, oh, cool, Shador's in. This might help me. Or I was talking to my friend about Daniel Jones if he needs a trade for him. I was like, okay, Shador, cool. Started watching all those plays. If Shador Sanders can be taught to release the ball, like Tua's got that quick release where it's a time like 2 seconds. Like, he's really fast release. Shador, he holds the ball, goes through about 22 reads, and then gets clobbered, or has to get rid of the ball quick. So is that something you can teach, but not this year?
I mean, that was the problem he had in college. So I mean, he held the ball.
It wasn't the problem he had, because he had good lines and he wasn't going against pro players.
He held the ball. He held the ball forever in college. I mean, it's just bad habits. I mean, these guys are professionals. I mean, if these coaches are getting paid to fix these kind of problems. I mean, but some people just don't like Justin Fields. I mean, Justin Fields still has that problem.
Oof.
Um,
Justin Fields, man, that dude. Uh, what is Justin Fields like fantasy wise? Dude was murderer's row. Like
Justin, I mean, Justin Fields isn't a starting quarterback. I
he
mean, this is
sucks.
going to be his last hurrah for sure.
So if you're in like some leagues are like the last week of trades, if you're a win now team redraft, super flex, whatever, are you going to pick up Justin Fields if you like need somebody to go through, knowing that it's Ravens, Falcons, Dolphins, Jags, Saints, and Patriots?
I mean, if you're trying to win, I'm not really sure Justin Fields is the guy you want on your team because I mean, he's the difference between 20 points. I mean, he'll give you 20 points, but he'll also give you like 1 point. So I mean, if you're trying to win, I feel like you kind of want a quarterback that's going to be consistent. I mean, not like peaks and valleys. I mean, the peaks are really great, but the valleys they are absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some of a few things that just make my week happy are the Panthers are only a half game out of first after beating the Falcons there towards the end. You have the Titans actually put up a fight against a really good Texans defense. The Bills
Davis
came back.
Mills, baby.
The Bills, they came. I'm sure you're going to address them since I'm not going to say much, but it was sad because it was at the. It was. I mean, the Bucks still put up 32 points, so it's not like the Bucks are chump change. There, like I still think they're a very good bet. But you know what team? It makes me sick. You would be surprised. I mean, everybody knows that my favorite team in the world is the Miami Dolphins, who are just basically week by week blowing their draft pick. But the Denver Broncos are a bandwagon team. But you know what team I'm starting to find myself watching and rooting for? The Chicago Bears. How strange is
You
that?
don't even like Caleb Williams.
I don't, but for some reason I love Manungai, who was about Najee Harris efficient this week. But I'm the running game looks like they could be putting something together. I don't know. I've enjoyed watching them, and I've enjoyed watching. Like Caleb Williams wasn't anything spectacular, but seeing him with his head on straight play a little bit was interesting, uh, and I loved seeing Jameis be Jameis. You know, almost pulled off a little Packers victory earlier today, and the Bengals are
Terrible.
toast. If you're Cincinnati, are you just flaccoing out the year? Because there is the earlier this week, Joe Burrow got into the window and eyeing I think week 13 might have been a week 13 return. If you're Bengals brass, do you let him come back in just to get healthy and get his legs in to close out this year? Or do you say, dude, shut down the shop. We are toast. What do you,
I'd probably shut it down. I mean, that offensive line is dreadful. He just steps back there and just gets hit. He's a franchise quarterback. He's not going to make the playoffs. You don't have a very good team. I would say shut him down, but Joe Burrow probably holds the cards here. If Joe Burrow wants to play, Joe Burrow's going to play.
Also, do you know, can you name, and then I'm going to throw the show over to you, the top 2 yardage passing quarterbacks this week? They were off by 4 yards. One had 448, one had 452. And if it's a spoiler, I'll wait. And we'll do
I know
trivia.
one was Bryce Young. I couldn't give you the other one.
The other one got obliterated. The other one was Jacoby Brissett. He had the highest amount. He had 452 yards this week. It's like, how do you throw for 452 yards and still almost get doubled up? Like that's how good they look. So anyway, I'm not going to steal any of your thunder. We're doing a little bit of everything, so I'm just going to play something fun.
Yeah,
no talk.
Yeah, so initially I was going to do pleasure and pain, but still going to do pleasure and pain, but I'm going to throw a little bit of would you rather in there as well. Try to get through as many guys as possible. We'll see what happens. The first guy I want to talk about is Josh Allen. Haven't really talked about him a whole lot. I'm not really need to talk about him a whole lot throughout the year. He's still a top 5 quarterback. The offense, the passing game is really struggling. I mean, it's not great. They don't have any really receivers to throw to, but he still managed. Oh, he had a great game today. I think he had three
Just 6
passing
touchdowns.
touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. So that's the Josh Allen of old that we've come to know. Consider that he's been down a little bit. If you were drafting today, would Josh Allen still be the QB1?
I think so. Let me see. I'm just doing like a quick glance off the top of my head. I think he still is because you saw today what he could be with the 6 touchdowns. I mean, there is that threat of 6 touchdowns. Realistically, if you're looking at who else are you going to throw in there, is Drake May QB2? I think Josh, but we'll talk about him, I'm sure. But you love Drake, but he.
Oh yeah, look, I'm not really going to talk about Drake May today, but
those are my top 2, right? Are they our top 2 quarterbacks?
I mean, if you want to put Drake May at number 2, I mean, I'm not going to fight
no,
you
you're not going
for
to
it.
argue. Who would you put there? Like it's.
I mean, I love Josh Allen. Josh Allen's probably my favorite player. Drake May's closing in fast. I mean, the way Patrick Mahomes is playing, minus today. He's been really
That was
effective.
Denver, so that's the big thing.
Yeah,
Like,
really effective all year. So I think you can probably throw him in there. But yeah, I mean, I would probably still take Josh Allen number 1, and then
yeah,
probably Drake May number 2. I mean, if that's how
he's
you
not.
want to roll,
He's
I'll
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
roll that. I'll roll there with you.
because you can argue May, you can argue Mahomes, and it could see what happens off season. I mean, the Bills have to pay for a receiver, right? You would think this off season that's target one. I mean, who you're going to get at 30, 31, 32, maybe. I mean, that's where Lamar was picked up. So there might be someone down there, but they're probably going to look at some of these free agent guys, and pick them up. So I was going to.
Yeah, I mean they need deep wide receiver threat. They just have absolutely nothing. It's dreadful. Josh Allen's window is only getting smaller. So I mean, if you want to win, you got to give this guy a receiving option. I mean, he just has
Pickens
none.
is a free agent next season.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad. I mean,
Alex
that
Couriers.
that would work pretty well with
Yeah,
Buffalo. Throw it deep to
Pickens would
George
be.
Pickens. I mean, that sounds really good. I mean, if I was
Yeah. Could
if
you
I was
imagine?
Buffalo, I'd go
It's
all
unfair.
I'd go all in on that. That doesn't sound bad.
Cheaper
Um,
option, who I think is going to be good next year, would be Romeo Dobbs. We'll talk about that in the offseason, but I think
yeah,
watch him. Watch him. Like, just watch. Get him away from that fiasco. Give him something. Like, if you put him up there, he won't be as good as Pickens. Like, Pickens, that would be disgusting. That'd be unfair.
that would be impressive. All right, then I got 2 guys. One guy had a really bad game. And then the other guy, maybe he just kind of had a bad game. The first guy we'll talk about Justin Herbert. Absolutely dreadful. I didn't think this was possible. They lost to Jacksonville. Was it 35-6? I think Herbert had like 86 yards passing.
81.
Yeah, I mean not good. But overall, I mean he's been top 5 quarterback. Really good. The other guy's Bo Nix. Bo Nix, I mean, fantasy numbers. I mean, it's been good. But it's been a roller coaster. It's not quite what people thought. I guess he was going to be. I mean, I guess people thought he was going to be a top quarterback, which he is. But I mean, like you said, it's kind of a roller coaster ride. Uh, so being the would you rather role, who would you? I know you're a huge Broncos fan, huge Bo Nix fan. Justin Herbert's playing really well in this Chargers offense. Who would you rather have right now?
There's hesitation, but I think it would still be next because I still think that his weapons can grow, and I don't think they're that far off, to be 100% honest. Like, Nick's will run a smidge more than Herbert. Neither of them are really super duper runners. Nick's runs more. He's a little younger. Nick's has the youth a couple years younger. I mean, Herbert's going to be, 29? Him and Tua came the same year, so 29 maybe. I'm not like this. This is just a weird week for Herbert. Herbert's not that bad. I mean, they put in Trey Lance. That's how bad the week
Yeah, Trey Lance, baby. What's up?
I mean, Herbert next year will be down to Lab McConkey and some of the young guys. We'll see what happens there. I'm sure Keenan Allen's probably not going to come back. But
It's not like Bo Nix has any good receivers to throw to either.
Franklin's starting to step up with him, and they paid Sutton. So yeah, I guess they don't. I'm still going with Bo Nix because of Sean. I mean, they're that close. Like that, it's that much hesitation to try to take the fanboy out. Bo Nix still threw. Bo Nix had a bad day for 295 yards and no touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like he against the Chiefs, who's a really good team. So I think the Broncos are going to be better than the Chargers the next couple of years, just because they have that defense, which will help Bo Nix versus Herbert, who's Marion Hampton is so good that it'll probably take away some, even though Harbaugh wanted to make Herbert like a Hall of Fame quarterback. I think they'll still be great. Like both of them are still top 8, 7 somewhere next year. I think.
I give them top 8. I don't know who would really pick over either one of these guys, but yeah, I mean, I'm probably more of a Herbert fan than
No.
I'm probably more of a Herbert fan than I am Nick's. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Nick. I don't know if I can really trust him all that well. But like you said, I mean, he's proven me wrong so far. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I think both of these teams are really good. I think I'd pick Herbert. Yeah, bad news, I would say. So switching to running backs, two of the top guys, that we expected to be top guys, Bijan Robinson, a big game. Been a little quiet. I mean, like last week before,
Last couple weeks.
a little quiet. So a big day today at 104 rushing, 39 receiving, 2 touchdowns. Still ended up losing. Atlanta's not good at all. So I don't know if Penix is going. Do you think Penix is going to be the guy?
Mm-mm. I think I honestly watching it, I could be wrong, but if you look at what they have, everything else is pretty good. Drake London is stellar. Bijan is spectacular. Mooney can fill in where you need to go, and probably Pitts started to play a little bit better. Tyler Algier, I mean, they have a thunder and lightning. Algier didn't get the ball enough today. Like Algier needs to get 8 to 10 touches a game, and the defense next year I think will be much better. And they're young and they're playing much better. They're playing. If I've watched like the eye test shows, they're gonna be a good defense. So they're just lumps this year, but Penix still this week was 13 of 16 for 175. So nothing terrible before he went out with a knee injury. But something just doesn't seem right. So it wasn't, I went blurry if you're watching it all of a sudden. I was like, whoa. I don't know what that is. So if you see me blurry the rest of the times, thought it was my glasses. Let's see if anything goes there. But
it's kind of blurry.
I'm still blurry. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch a thing. So anyway, sorry people that are listening to us. You can see a lot of nothing.
So the other guy I want to talk about is old reliable Christian McCaffrey. Big day today. 32 fantasy points. He had 3 touchdowns. Return of Brock Purdy finally. Played okay. Didn't need to do a whole lot. They beat Arizona 41-22. Pretty much just turn around. Let's just give the ball to McCaffrey. 81 rushing yards, 40 receiving. Like I said, 2 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown. McCaffrey, number 2 running back of the year. I mean, I don't think anybody really saw this. I mean, I didn't think he was going to be this good. But I mean, it is Christian McCaffrey. When Christian McCaffrey's healthy, he is the guy. I know how big of a fan of Bijan you are. Are you taking McCaffrey over Bijan? Like for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 100%. I mean, McCaffrey is the 1, 2, and 3 option on that team. When you see them do anything, it's a McCaffrey, and then they'll start looking somewhere else. But it's funny that he only had 13 rushes and 5 receptions. So he only touched the ball 18 times, but they just obliterated the Cardinals so much that they gave Brown Robinson 8 carries. It's. I mean, I do love on the other side of the ball, Michael Wilson just going bonker balls. That was pretty awesome.
One more running back situation. Just if you had both of these guys on your team, who would you be starting next week? Tyrone Tracy or Devin Singletary?
Ooh, I don't have any Devin Singletary, and I have Tyrone Tracy, so I'm starting Tyrone Tracy. I think it's gonna be one of those. It's like the Arizona Cardinals backfield, but you have a chance of scoring points.
So who would you rather have, Tracy or Singletary, or Kenny Walker or Zach Charbonnet?
As a tandem?
Yeah, as a tandem.
I'd rather have the Seattle guys, or I think I should rather have the Seattle guys.
You should rather have them, but they're pretty bad.
Have the Giant guys. I mean, they did this to the vaunted Packers defense. So yeah. Yeah.
Get your camera. Yeah, you die. There you go. You're not clear.
Yeah, you
look a little better.
I don't know what I did. But.
I switched. I would agree at this moment. I've got zero faith in the Seattle running game. Kenny Walker is just gone in the opposite direction.
He did get the tutty
Yeah.
there towards the end to save. Like I actually binged him today. I mean, Kenny Walk between the two of them, they were an efficient one running back, 25 for 104. So nothing, but
Nothing special.
that's 4 yards of carry. So they got that between the two of them. So maybe if you, I don't know, like the other two Tracy and Singletary looked good today.
Yeah, Tracy looked probably the best he has all year. So we'll see if
Yeah,
he can
he looked like a
capitalize on
legit
this
guy.
one forward. Next guy, switching to wide receivers. Talk about a rookie. Had the best game of his career. That's Ted McMillan. Of course, Bryce Young had a huge day. And Ted McMillan, 130 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns to 12 targets. That's a season high. He did have 2 games with 10 targets. But other than that, I mean, he's been getting the targets. The targets ain't the problem. The offense just really hasn't been that great. I mean, he's had some okay games, but overall, he's fine. He's currently like a low end wide receiver, too. What do you think Ted McMillan's ceiling is?
Wide receiver one's his ceiling because he's that good. Realistically, where is he going to end up? Probably in that 5-4-3 argument, unless something happens. I read an interesting article, which I hope doesn't happen because this would really screw him. Is like, hey, why don't the Colts trade Richardson to the Panthers?
When you said 5-4-3, what does that mean?
Like ranking the 5 or 4 or 3 overall receiver.
Really? You think he's that good?
I think he's a spectacular
Oh,
talent.
wow.
Watching him play, he looks really good. And I think what made him look even better today is having a second receiver. So I think he could be. I mean, look at Justin Jefferson with old noodle arm throwing time. It's falling off the cliff. Jamar Chase is going to get Burrow back, so he'll be up there. You got Puka and JSN; those are the top tier. So after that, it's open for.
I would still put CD Lamb up in there.
Oh yeah, CD. Okay, yeah. So I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8. So somewhere between in that second tier, like those 4 guys to me could be interchangeable depending upon your preferences. Puka, like those 4, and then I could put I like watching him play. He's big, he's strong. I mean, Drake London, I think, is in this discussion with Tet. Like those 2 guys are very similar type. And
so you would say, are you taking Drake over Ted McMillan?
Oh yeah, I'm a Drake London guy though. So but I'm talking by like a few.
Let's say George Pickens goes to Buffalo. Who do you take?
Is his head still out of his butt?
I mean, it's George Pickens. It's never going to be out of his butt.
Halfway up his butt. George Pickens, to me, I think it would be so brilliant that it's going to fail. So George Pickens goes, I would probably still rank him. We would get excited and rank him at 5, right?
No, I'd get really excited.
Yeah.
I don't know about 5.
I'd have him as a wide receiver 1, but probably a low end wide receiver 1 because I'd be cautious. But realistically, put him in there, and if this works, that dude could be top 5.
Yeah.
Week to week with those guys. He did it without CD, right?
Yeah. I got Christian Watson. Finally has a good game. Finally had 46 receiving yards, but he did have the 2 touchdowns. It's kind of what we thought Christian Watson would be like a big touchdown guy, right? He's had a few okay games since he's come back. Nothing to write home about. It is the Packers offense. They really don't use wide receivers like that. Of course, you got the injury history and all that. So, I mean, is this something you can build on, or is this just a little blip on the radar?
I kept an eye on him all year, and it's interesting to see that like this week his yards per reception was down to 11. Other weeks you're looking between 21 and 29. So I like the 11 yard per reception more because that means he's going to be more part of the offense. So I'm thinking that's a good sign. As weird as that sounds, because those long bomb guys, the Tyler Lockett's of the world, they're going to have those weeks that are just freaking outstanding, and then those weeks that are total poop. So, but I mean, he's come back. He's only missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his 4, 12, 17 passes have been incomplete. So he's only had 4 or 5 targets. That's the worry.
Yeah.
But it's Green Bay, and they've been useful targets. It's the first time he scored. So I think he's coming back from an ACL for a speed guy. I like it, and I think he could be right now like a buy low kind of guy in Dynasty. Like if you can put him in there, and you're like saying maybe right out your first guy off the bench or a flex guy, I kind of dig it.
All right, two more wide receivers. Two guys that didn't really play all that well today. We got Rashee Rice. Had a bad game, 6 for 38. Of course they're losing to Denver. Kind of like it's really his first bad game. I mean, since he's come back, he's been really really good. Had a bad game. And then we got Emeka Ibuka, who overall has been fantastic. He's had a great season. Top 10 wide receiver. Um, been pretty reliable since the receiver. I mean, his last 3 games have been pretty crappy, but
He's a rookie. It's
yeah, overall for the season. So these two, both of them still rather young. Of course, Emeka Buka's a little younger. He's 23. Rashee Rice, I believe, is 25, but he is with Pat Mahomes. Which one of these guys would you prefer to have, like in Dynasty? Let's say, not for the rest of you, just in Dynasty.
Oh man, I'm gonna go buy a hairline Rashee Rice just because of
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes. I
Okay.
think Ibuka might be a better player, but you like Baker. I think is I love Baker,
You
but
do
you
love
never
Baker.
know what's gonna go. I think Patrick Mahomes, if he continues where he is, could be known as the greatest football player to ever play. I know. Hey, we rolled our eyes about Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes plays till he's 42. He's going to beat Tom Brady. I really do. Like all he does is win since he's played. Like he's done nothing but win. And Baker's been up and down. I love Baker, but we also know he's not as like Patrick Mahomes' bad years. They win Super Bowls, so that means
Sure.
he's able to sustain. And he's finally found Rashee Rice, who he likes as his one. You saw a change in how he hits. I mean, Rashee Rice opens up the field. I mean, Travis Kelce had a explosion today.
All right, well, let's jump right into that. Travis, let's jump to the tight end. That's a good segue. So we got Travis Kelsey.
Mark Andrews.
Big day today. He had 20 points, 900 catches for 91 yards, one receiving touchdown. Quietly a pretty good season. I mean, he's a top 5 tight end. Of course, it doesn't really
Right.
take a whole lot. He's
Yeah.
a top 5 tight end,
Tight
obviously.
ends have been down this
I
year
get that.
more than usual.
Looking like Trey McBride is the man this year. Probably going into next season, he's going to be the guy. The guy that I want to talk about, along with Travis Kelsey, is George Kittle. When George Kittle plays, I mean, he obviously is the focal point of that offense, right? I mean, since he's
Well,
come
other than
back,
McCaffrey,
well, yeah. As far as receiver goes,
reception. Yeah.
yeah. So when George Kittle comes back, of course, Purdy comes back. Purdy loves him some George Kittle. Kittle's played really, really well since the injury. He's been at been tight end 2 the last 2 weeks. He had a tight end 30, but 3 weeks ago. But other than he had a tight end 6. So his last 4 weeks have been really, really good. Um, so for the rest of the year, of these two old ancient guys, with George Kittle and Travis Kelsey, which one of these guys would you rather have as your tight end for the
Man, you're
rest of the
killing me this week, dude. I think I'm. If I was safe, I would say Kittle. No, I would say Kelsey.
I think they're
Because
both pretty safe.
Kittle plays like a bull in a china closet, so he could go down any week. Kittle's hurt a lot.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is
only
true.
fear I really have with Kittle in general is the injuries that come through from him.
This is true.
So I
agree with that
think because Kittle is their wide receiver 1, whereas
They have two.
Kelsey is their 2, but Kittle's actually their wide receiver 2 after McCaffrey. So it's you're balancing them all. But I think I would. My brain would say Kelsey, my heart would say Kittle because I love Kittle. And
Yeah, I was going to say Kittle too, but then you saying that Kittle does like to be injured. Kelsey's played really really good this year. Great bounce back season. I guess he's finally comfortable with Taylor Swift. I mean, he's finally
About time.
there. He's finally found his groove. Get back to playing football instead of just satisfied with the fact that he managed to pull Taylor Swift. Lucky guy.
He put a ring on it. That's all.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to
But
put a
yeah,
ring on.
I think you changed my mind. I think I might go Kelsey this year, being the way he's playing.
If your
So,
team's gonna win, yeah, you roll with safe because it's a tight end. Tight end.
but George Kittle is the man.
He's
King.
so good. I love George Kittle.
There you have it. That's all I got for you today, man.
Hey, before I go into the next segment, I just need to thank Disney and ESPN and YouTube TV for finally giving me back football.
What a bunch of crap.
It's millionaire, and the government opens the same week. I think it's all connected. Conspiracy theory going on here like crazy as we're doing.
I'm so over it. I'm just so overall. I mean, it's just constantly switching every year. We're moving to this. We're moving to that. It's the same way with wrestling. We're moving to this. We're moving to that. Now we've got to buy another one. We've got to watch. We can't watch it here. Now we can watch it there. You know what?
I wish it all. I'm
I'm done,
surprised that
man.
it's all like linked to the ticket, but yeah. So I got the good news that I actually benefit from this till I see my bill later on. I got my $20 off, and I did get ESPN Limited is now part of YouTube TV, so I got all the wrestling stuff. So all the pay per
And plus,
views.
I haven't watched ESPN in probably 5 years, and
I don't watch
probably,
it. I watch it
I
for
mean,
some college ball.
I'll probably never watch ESPN again in my life.
Yeah, I do Monday Night Football, and then I'll watch JMU and occasional college football games. Is pretty much my ESPN extent. ABC was more the kicker for some like sitcoms or whatnot. Yeah, so I got the unlimited, so I can watch my James Madison Dukes, who won 58-6. They just
Oh well, that was going to be my words of wisdom. So we'll just get it out of the way now, since you already brought it up. We'll just switch my words of wisdom with your. We'll just end the show with your surefire ways
always.
with touchdowns. So yeah, JMU coming ranked 21, 9-1. They just completely demolished App State. I think they lost to App State last year.
Yeah,
I think
they
that
lost
was the
a lot of
game.
weird games. Yeah,
I think that was the game that kind of like got them out. Started their decline. Well, not really decline. They're
yeah,
still gonna be
but
really.
yeah.
So I mean, I think they clinched the spot in the championship game for the Sun Belt. Now it is the Sun Belt, but I mean, considering where they've come in the 2 years, how long do you think they can keep this run going?
In college ball, really, it depends upon they're going to lose the coach, right?
They've
That's
already lost the coach. They had to get a new one.
so yeah, because Indiana is really good because they got
Yeah, that coach must have been awesome.
yeah, he did it, but they sunk a little bit then. So when they lose the coach, there'll be a little bit because some recruits will be like, "I came to play for."
Yeah,
Right
you're
now,
right.
my brain's farting on the coach's name, but there's that ebb and flow. But if they continue to go, they did something App State didn't. App State was a powerhouse. I was telling my wife was like, "What's so big?" When I said App State used to be really good in the same 1 AA or whatever it's
Yeah,
called at the time, and then they came up and they've never
yeah. They haven't really.
translated. Whereas
Amy
JMU,
has.
they've murdered
That's
since
crazy.
and they've gotten murdered by some big teams. But that's to be seen because they did lose to Louisville this year, and that didn't look good. I mean, there's been talks; they are being talked to possibly be number 12 in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give them if you wanted to give a team outside of the big four conferences, I mean, like JMU's probably the first team there. I think it'd be really hard for them to get into that 12.
Okay,
But
obliterated.
but yeah, they would get absolutely demolished. But I feel like sometimes you gotta give these guys a chance. But yeah, that's right. I just wanted to give a shout out to JMU being really really good again.
So as always, listen to Surefire Waste of a Touchdown. Oh, but just a quick thing. All right, Surefire Waste of a Touchdown is sponsored by Dubby, www.gg. Check it out. It's a yummy, delicious, 0-calorie drink with none of the fillers and all that garbo stuff or sugar. Check it out. There's a link on our site. Go to w.gg and use the code Couriers for 10% off. They're running some Black Friday deals, as is everything else, but without, as we talked about.
Surefire waste of a touchdown.
I think the needle's starting to move this year. Like I've had less and less each week. Like one of them I put in there, and I was like, "Yeah, we said him that this week," but I'll leave it there
There's
because
one guy you might put in there. I don't know if I can say it's going to be a surefire waste of a touchdown because I actually had to start him. So
yeah,
we'll
but you
see.
got a pretty bad team, so
Really bad
I think
team.
it's the last one. But there's a couple. I have 7. Last week I think I had 4, so a little bit more. But you look, it's going chalk, kind of like what's happening with our football teams. Like I'm looking like that. Like my teams that are bad aren't winning. My teams that are good are winning. This week's been a spectacular week thus far. We'll see what happens. But let's go to the New York Football Jets. One of our favorite players who has stunk it up so far. He overcame an injury, then he overcame cancer. Now he's got to overcome being a New York Jet. 22-yard pass from Justin Fields to John Michie III.
This was the guy I was talking about.
But it is. I mean, you only played him because we love John Michie. We want him to be good. And I liked the trade because thought maybe it would be good for him. But other than J.J. Wang's terrible, awful team where he didn't have any other choice and he played the guy he liked, that would be like you might have played Davis Mills 2 weeks ago because you liked the dude. It still is. It's still, except for J.J. Wang's team, is a
Surefire waste of a touchdown. Oh man, that hurt.
I mean, what Jet are you starting? Brees Hall.
Yeah,
right?
that's about. I mean, that's about it. I mean,
I
you still start Justin Fields from
yeah,
time to time because I mean, you
super
probably
flex
might
for
not.
sure.
But yeah,
I,
but I mean,
I
yeah,
started
it's
Mason
not. There's
Taylor
not a
by
lot of
accident.
options on that team.
I got too many teams that this team was just so good and I was predicted to win by like 50 that I forgot to change Kelsey in for Mason Taylor, and I still am winning by a lot. So I'm like high score of the league still. Let's go 43 yards. Speaking of Josh Allen, can you name who his top receiver was this week?
I can, but I'll let you. I'll let you say it.
I mean, where in the world did Tyrell Shavers and a 43-yard touchdown pass? I mean, the dude, not only did he have that, he was the leading receiver. He had 4 of 5 for 90 yards and a touchdown. That's stinking amazing. All of that for sakes of the internet, because most of us would be like, who is Tyrell Shavers? Is definitely a
Surefire waste of a touchdown, but maybe they don't need George Pickens.
is he waiver wire number one? Oh well, no, he's probably number two after this guy earlier. But he's one of the top waiver wire pickups this week for sure, right?
I think you would give him a shot, considering they don't have many options, and Josh Allen likes to chuck the rock. So you
Yeah.
give him a shot, right?
4-yard pass from Cam Ward. I had to look and check. I know who this guy is, but seeing him score, I was like, oh, because Calvin Ridley, by the way, breaking news, he's been so good, he's out for the year. Calvin Ridley broke fibula, I believe it is. He's out for the
Wow.
year. So that means, and my boy Sharon DK got a concussion, I think it was. So they're down to people that we didn't even realize played for them. 4-yard touchdown pass from Cam Ward. He led them back to tie the game before Houston took it over. To Van Jefferson. I didn't even realize he was a Titan. So
I
that
didn't even know he was still playing,
yeah,
man.
we had him years ago.
Oh yeah.
He played some good ram time, and didn't he have a couple games with the Lions as well? So, but these days that's definitely a.
Surefire waste of a touchdown. Yeah, kudos to him for still being in the NFL, man.
This could be the other guy you pick up depending upon the news. 11-yard rushing touchdown for the Green Bay Packers. Josh Jacobs went down, meaning that he's probably not. Check your waivers for him, but Manuel Wilson, who's been picked up by most teams since it is a playoff run, I was looking around a little bit, but yeah, that's definitely a
Surefire waste of a touchdown. I had someone try to trade me Josh Jacobs, but I don't think my team was good enough. Josh Jacobs wasn't going to make my team take it over the top, so I declined the trade. It's a good thing I declined the trade.
that'll be my closing thing. I'll tell you. Okay, remember Josh Jacobs. 2-yard pass from Jordan Love. He throws to everybody. It doesn't really matter who he's throwing to, but this is even more obscure. Josh Weil, tight end extraordinaire. Dude was wide open. Like everybody shifted to left. This dude popped. Didn't he come from Tennessee at one point?
I think so.
I think that's right. I kept getting Noah Weil, the dude from ER. But dude, everybody shifted left. He was like standing there, just like, "What's up, dude? I'm hanging out in the end zone." And Love was like, "Oh, look, boom, hit him wide up." I thought it was Musgrave for a second, but yeah, that's definitely a
surefire waste of a touchdown. Yeah, can't really give you any information on that guy.
Yeah, he played. Hey, we got that he might have played for Tennessee. 1-yard pass from Trevor Lawrence. This guy we had last week, that would be Tim Patrick, 1-yard touchdown, because Trevor Lawrence apparently likes to put up lots of points without throwing for lots of yards, but he runs for them. That's definitely a
surefire waste of a touchdown. Yeah, I'm disappointed in Trevor Lawrence.
We are correct. He was a Tennessee Titan.
All right.
So, and the last one, 4-yard rushing touchdown without J.K. Dobbins. RJ, no. Let's not do anything crazy like let RJ Harvey had a pass as well. The worst pass I've seen to Bo Nix. But Jaleel McLaughlin, 4-yard touchdown. Congratulations.
That's a surefire waste of a touchdown. I was actually on the maybe I was thinking about having to start him on that one team, but
he was the guy I was thinking you might say because he's rosterable because they might not give the rookie all the touches. So
yeah, I mean, if Dobbins is out and it looks like they don't necessarily trust Harvey, maybe
close out with a question for you as we close out the show here.
Josh Jacobs.
Yes, I traded for Josh Jacobs and Drake London the other week on a team that I did not need Josh Jacobs and Drake London, but I traded away picks because there's basically two of us that were going to trade, and it performed a block. So now my roster choice is hard. Is it a good idea to trade to block opponents for a championship, or am I just? I mean, the team, my picks are going to be like the last two because the team is that good. but I traded away 2 firsts. I gave away basically 2 second-round picks to get those guys, plus little pieces here and there, but nothing important. That's a worthwhile trade to block the next guy adding those 2 guys to a team that has 2 holes puts them over into my top 2.
Who are you? What are you blocking?
It's our buddy Lance. His team is really good, but he's like 1 or 2 players away. So if you take where his like flex spots are, he could put in Drake London and Josh Jacobs in there. So it's that whole like trade dichotomy. If not, he now has to play. I forget who it is. He's got a lot of hit or miss guys right there in that area, which is the difference in our team. So it made it a strategy of fantasy.
If you can prevent something like that from happening, sure, why not? If you're confident enough in your team, and you think your team's that good, sure, and you want to throw away your picks, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not a pick guy. So, okay, so there we go. That's our show. So, JJ Wang.
As always, trust yourself and trust the process.